I'm Scott Schober, and welcome to your 2-minute cybersecurity briefing. It seems every few weeks another organization announces a big data breach, putting their customers at risk. This time, it's the largest bank in the United States, JP Chase, announced a breach on August 27th, but initially believed the number of compromised accounts was much smaller. It wasn't until October 2nd that they revealed 76 million households and 7 million small business accounts were compromised. The breach lasted from mid-June through mid-August and compromised more than 90 servers. It affected bank customers who accessed Chase.com and JP Morgan online on their computer or mobile device. While the breach itself lasted 2 months, it's not clear how far back the records went. So customers who accessed the site before but not during the breach may also be at risk. I stopped by Bloomberg TV the other day on Street Smart with Trish Reagan to give my thoughts.
Actually have been. I mean, one would assume they'd want to get at the accounts and at the money.
Sure, ultimately that would be the ideal thing, but first thing is probably phishing attacks. That's number one. That happens all the time. They want somebody to click. I got one myself this morning. I'm not even a Chase account holder, but click here, download this much, blah, 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 and it puts malicious software there so then they can in turn get in there deeper and get more access to information. So that's probably number one. Number two would be identity theft, putting these pieces together like a puzzle so they could again do more malicious things.
What are the risks for customers? JP Chase has stated the hackers did not get any information that would allow them to access customer accounts, but they did get names, contact information, and email accounts. At this point, the most likely threat customers will face is phishing attempts, where scammers send emails with links to fraudulent web pages designed to install malware or capture their banking login information. Identity theft is a possibility, but because the hackers did not get customer birth dates or social security numbers, they would not have all the information they need. However, if a hacker has a customer's email address and contact info, they could attempt to break into the email account, giving cyber criminals access to a lot of sensitive information. How did the hackers get access? JP Chase, the Federal Bureau of Investigations, and the Secret Service are investigating the attack. According to anonymous sources familiar with the matter, the hackers used compromised employee account to break into the web development server. From there, they were able to worm their way into other servers and access the sensitive data. What can companies do to combat hackers? They could switch to two-factor authentication. Two-factor authentication requires a password and an additional step, such as a code texted from the user's phone. According to the sources close to the investigation, the vulnerable server only required users to supply a login ID and password. It is possible using two-factor authentication would have prevented the breach altogether. During another visit to Jazeera America last week, I discussed how cyber criminals collaborate and share information. Companies that are targets for hackers should share more data about their best practices and how they are stopping these attacks. This has been your 2-minute cybersecurity briefing. Until next time, stay safe.